Yeah, we're live. All right, we're live tonight. Hope everybody's doing good. I need to set up here. All right, so let's get first things first. I'll wait and see who all comes in tonight. This is the In the Blind is brought to you by Salt Creek Custom Ammunition, True Lock Choke Tubes, and Biscuit Built 3D. If you're looking for some quality ammunition, I highly suggest go see Keith at Salt Creek Custom Ammunition. He can make you whatever you want, whatever you need, and the ammo is absolutely superb. I love his ammo. I can take that ammo and I use True Lock choke tubes. I have found the patterns just to be you know, excellent. Also, Biscuit Built 3D. Robbie Jones at Biscuit Built 3D has been making a couple of products now. One of them is the tree strap, which I absolutely love. If you're a timber hunter, you really need to look at his uh, strap. It has a butt plate, so your gun is completely secure. And he also makes a DIY kit for uh, a swimmer decoy. You can either DIY your own decoy, or you can actually buy the whole thing put together by him. Just go and see him at Biscuit Built 3D. Anyway, see, I got one person up here tonight. I'm not sure who you are, but leave a comment down below. Let me know who you are, where you're from, all that kind of stuff. Unless you're here, if you're new here. If you're not, just leave a comment down below so I know who's all here tonight. And we're just gonna sit here and talk about this season, what's been going on this season, what's been going on with my season, what's been happening, and what I'm expecting for the next 30 some odd days. Hey, look here, it's Backlash. What's going on, buddy? I ain't seen you in a long time. How's it going? Yes, sir. Boom, boom. I, where you been hiding, man? I ain't seen you in a been a while since I've seen you. This season, as far as I'm concerned, the season has been okay. I've been doing a little bit of traveling. Most of y'all know, and I went to Louisiana for the early teal. I went to Minnesota in October, and I've been having a good season. Come home, I've been just kind of hanging out, hitting some small beaver ponds, some wood ducks. That's it. I did hit the river last week. First time I run my boat, and sure enough, it craps out on me. Hospital back in April, work and family time. I hear you, brother. I hope you're feeling better. I hope it says hospital back in April. I hope you're feeling better. So, shooting a few wood ducks here and there, and I'm hope, and God willing, the river don't rise. I'm gonna be heading to back to Louisiana next month, and go after some bigger ducks. You're gonna be hunting with Robert Bryant and Zach Garrison over at Working Man Outdoors. Two great guys. They run a little outfit out there, a little guiding out operation out there, and I'm gonna be going back to hunt with them. Gonna hopefully meet up with Cody from After Five Outdoors. I got a bufflehead last week on a 3-inch. You got a buffle. Wait a minute. I got a bufflehead last week on a 3-inch paddle tail hooked in them. So you caught a bufflehead duck on a 3-inch paddle tail? Is that what you're saying? Wow. He dove down and bit your lure. Huh? Well, hey. Oh, that'll be a first for me. I've never had that happen. Never even heard of that happening. I've caught snakes and I've caught small alligators before, but I've never caught a duck. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I hope you got that on video, man. Please tell me you got that on video. Try explaining that to a game warden. Hey, if you got it on video, the least you can do is show it to them. So there we go. As far as this year, again, did unfortunately no. That's crazy, man. I did get my boat running a little bit. I'm still not 100% with it right now. We got it back to the house. It quit working on me, and actually had to get towed in. But um, what I think is the problem, when I got back, I mean, it's either going to be fire, or it's either going to be fire, fuel, or air, right? I mean, those are the three things that run a combustible engine. So I started off with some new spark plugs. That didn't work. The battery was still okay. Let's see, cast it into a Canada. I gotta find it. Okay. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Mark J. Larson's in the house. So I got to put new spark plugs in it. Still wouldn't fire. It was wanting to, and it would run for just a second, then cut off. All right. So now I'm thinking air and fuel, right? I mean, I've got the fire. Now I'm thinking air and fuel. And so I took the cover off. And I started using some carburetor cleaner in it and just started cleaning it out and keep turning it over. Finally, it kicked over. A lot of M's in here. Yeah, they are. So it finally kicked over, and I ran it for about 30 or so minutes and turned it off, and then cranked it right back, and then let it run, and then turned it off. So it did cut back on. So I think there's my problem. There's my big issue right there. So I think it was a clogged up carburetor, gummed up, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna try to get through the season with it as is, and as soon as the season's over with, I'm gonna take it and run new fuel line, get rid of the old gas. Even though there was new gas, there was a mixture of old and new. So I'm gonna run it dry. Then get new fuel line, get a new bubble, new fuel filter, oil change, of course, and change out the spark plugs again. New oil filter, new water and fuel filter. Get all that changed out after the season, and then try to run it more. I think 90% of my problem was this year is I just didn't run the boat that often during the off season. A lot of things were going on here. I was trying to get things done around the house, trying to get things. Kentucky Hunter, what's going on? What is going on? What's going on? So I need to run the boat a little bit more. But I'm telling you, the other day when I was on that river, I was about 3 minutes from selling it. If somebody had cash money with them, they'd have drove off with a boat. I'd have just pulled all my stuff out of it, threw it in the back of the truck, and they'd have drove off boat motor trailer. I was just aggravated. Just relaxing. I hear you. How was your Christmas? How was everybody's Christmas? I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Santa Claus brought me a decoy swimmer from Biscuit Built 3D. I tried it out the other day, so I did a little video of the unboxing. Sounds like me on my Jeep getting ready to change the crankshaft sensor. Has no spark. Okay, yeah. So got that. my son, and I'll may post a picture in the community post. I did take a picture of it. My son, old Swamp Goose, made me a cutting board. Y'all know that I like to smoke meats and do stuff like that, but he had a cutting board made, and he had engraved on the front of the cutting board, Daddy Duck 365 with the new logo. So it was a good thing. Got a couple of gift cards, from Bass Pro Shop and that kind of stuff. So um, my next year, I have some money up for that for next year when it's time to start buying stuff again. But it was good. Um, Cooked a Christmas Day. Cooked a spiral ham, um, a bourbon maple glazed spiral ham that we're still eating on it. Hopefully it'll be gone by before the end of the week. Um, but yeah, we and that was Christmas Day. The day after Christmas, we went over to our daughter's house with her new family, and we had a shrimp boil, a good old fashioned low country shrimp boil, and then my son was able to, and his wife and the grandbaby were able to come over Saturday, and we exchanged gifts and had some leftover ham, that kind of stuff. But it was a good Christmas. It was a good Christmas. Um, I'm glad y'all had a good one. I'm glad it's over, man. I tell you, Christmas is probably very stressful. Um, I did hunt Friday, last Friday. I took the swimmer decoy out that I got from Biscuit Built and went to a little wood duck spot, and that was all I took was just that decoy. And so I'll tell you the problem. The problem was that there's a lot of subaquatic vegetation, hydrilla, right underneath the water, and I forgot about it. And that stuff, of course, it has the way the swimmer moves. It's got a bilge pump, and it just clogged it up and just stopped it. So it didn't work the way I wanted it to because of the vegetation. Um, so after the hunt, I took it and I went to a little pond, a clear pond, and I put it in there, and I got a little bit of video of it running around. I just haven't posted it yet. It's either I got it on my phone, I got it on my cameras and whatnot. Um, Kind of hanging on to a lot of stuff right now. Not that I don't want y'all to see it. It's just B-roll for later. Randy, what's going on? Randy, I won't go into it, but I hope everything went okay with you. Um, uh, so, um, so I did get a little bit of video on that. And the rest of the weekend was just hot. I mean, it was 78 degrees Christmas Day here. And I had just had no intentions of going hunting when the weather was that hot. I just didn't have any drive. I did go Friday. It was just hot. So we got a cold front that's pushing in. I think high tomorrow here is going to be 47. So we do have a cold front coming in, and I'm going to try. Um, let's see here. We got for as work goes, I've got Thursday. I'll have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off. So there's a good chance that I'll probably hunt at least 2 of those 3 days. I know we're getting the grandbaby this weekend, so we'll see what happens. Um, so I don't know if you heard Randy, but I do have the boat running. Um, I do have it running. Um, But yeah, that's been about it, man. What I don't know how many of y'all follow me on Facebook or Instagram or any of that stuff, but I posted some the ham that I cooked on it, and that kind of stuff. So what's going on? What is it? Tell me about. I mean, just short paragraph if that's all you got. But tell me how your Christmas day went. Did you get what you were looking for? Did you have a good time? You know, not that Christmas is about getting stuff, but did you have your family there? Did y'all eat good? What are y'all's Christmas, I guess, traditions? um yeah, I think it was the I think the carburetor was a little gummed up. Don't get me wrong, it could probably still use a new battery, and it could probably use some new fuel line and that kind of stuff. But once I squirted about a half a bottle of carburetor cleaner in it, um, uh, and try it out when I go out of town. Uh, so we might talk about it, but yeah. So it like I said, the boat's running. It needs some TLC. It's the engine just needs some little bit of TLC is all. Some other things I need to do, just TLC it. That's it. But I got a brand new can of carburetor cleaner in the dry well. So, and of course that little jump box just for the just in case. Yeah, we can talk about that. We can most definitely talk about that. I'll get all my stuff together to do another river hunt. We'll do it a little bit different, and I got that new decoy um, that I want to try out, see how it runs. I'll show it to you. I just got to get a uh, longer line and a heavier weight. Oh, cool, man! It was good here. Had a good supper. Got a couple new predator calls I might try out tomorrow. Awesome. Yeah, what day is better for you, Randy? You give me the day. Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Tell me which day is good for you to go down there. Um, I do have a spot that I want to go to this weekend. It'll be an afternoon hunt if I go there. The birds are roosting in that place, and as much as I hate shooting a roost, um, I do want to. It's the only way I'm gonna. If I'm gonna kill any in there, it's the only way I'm gonna do it is to go in and hunt a roost. Um, and that'll be the last time I hunt it. Once I shoot the roost one time, then I won't be going back. But then again, I got Louisiana coming up in about 2 weeks, so got to get ready for it. Jeff, what's going on? How you doing? How's the weather out there? Uh, whoa, now. So You're off Thursday and Saturday. All right, pick a day. Well, let me put it to you like this. Let's you're off Thursday and Saturday. I do believe my wife is off Thursday, so I know we're getting a grandbaby either Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know which day that is, but if she is off Thursday, that'll be a good day to go. It's supposed to get cold, so cold today, warming later in the week. Say it was warm yesterday. It's getting colder. We should. I mean, it was in the 60s today, and it should be the high tomorrow. Should be in the 40s. So I'm hoping something starts pushing in. I will let you know. I will let you know by, if not later tonight, tomorrow first thing. And then I got to get back out there and make sure the boat cranks up again. I did most definitely do that. I got a question for any of y'all that are dog owners. Any of you guys that own dogs? We got a tow service. Do any of you dog owners out there, waterfowl dogs or any, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be waterfowl dogs. It could be any dogs. Their dog has an allergy problem, an itching problem, a scratching problem. Bougie's got allergies, and we've tried everything. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Apoquel, but Lord, how mercy is it expensive? It's like $3 a pill. And she has to have, a pill a day, and it's just it's not curing the problem. It's eliminating the itch, but not curing the problem. She gets off of it for a day or two. Let's say I run out and haven't had time to get back to the vet, because you gotta have a prescription. And it's just too expensive. And we've tried this other pill that you can get over the counter. It's called Dogs Are Human or something of that nature, and it's supposed to be a multivitamin thing, and it says that it'll work. But I'm gonna tell you straight up, guys, that crap don't work. It don't work. It don't work, and it's just $30 a month just going out the window. I was just wondering if any of you guys got any solutions to solve the problem. Because she's scratching so hard, she's bleeding. All right, Randy, hurry back. She's miserable. It's just terrible for her. And I was just wondering if any of y'all have any solutions, anything that y'all do to eliminate what's going on. I'm at my wit's end, and I've been looking at stuff, but after knowing that Apoquel does it, I mean, it works. Don't get me wrong, it does eliminate the itch. It just doesn't solve the problem. And the other stuff just ain't doing it. Man, I've seen more advertisement for that stuff. And my dog got off of it in 30 days. In 2 days, they were feeling better. I'm gonna tell you, that's crap. That whole thing is nothing but a bunch of crap. And I want to get off I'm going to get her off of that and I just want to try something else. I just don't know what else. Let's see here. Ron, okay. I had a 3-year-old lab with incurable allergies, spent $5,000. Finally had to put, oh man. Vet told me no cure. Well, first of all, Ron, welcome to. I think it's the first time I've seen your name come in here. First of all, welcome. I'm not putting my dog down. I love this dog way too much, but I can understand your frustration. Um, but welcome to the channel. Do me a favor, give me a likes up. Appreciate you commenting, man. I mean, I'll take anybody's comment. Um, along with two antihistamines. My wife's English Bulldog has allergies. We both switched to Victor dog food, and that helped us, along with two antihistamine morning and night. I don't give her antihistamines, even though I do have some in there for her. Maybe I'll start doing that tomorrow. Maybe I'll give her an antihistamine in the morning and one at night and see what happens. Um, that medicine is steroids and is terrible for dogs. Yeah. Um, a while back, I don't know how far you've been following my channel or whatever, but it got so bad on her early in the season that her ear swelled up from scratching, and we had to give her a steroid shot just to get that down and put the cone of shame on her. But Bougie is my girl, and she's my hunting buddy, and um, right now she's stretched out behind me in here, and then um, but her scratching is it's getting terrible. Um, I just trying to find maybe the dog food I'm using. Um, um, wilderness. What is it called? Wilderness something. She'd lay around and scratch all night. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Um. I'm trying to remember the name of the. Oh man, my head, my mind just went. My head just went blank. Yeah, I can get Victor dog food here. I um. What? Taste of the Wild. That's it. Taste of the Wild. Which is a great dog food. Um, Actually, we tried to switch up dog food. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't a cheap dog food, by the way, and she wouldn't eat it. The only dog food I know that she'll eat is this Taste of the Wild. Um, but I do know it has some grain in it. I mean, I do know that, and I mean, I'm almost to the point where I'm fixing to go into the freezer and just pull out deer meat and thaw it out and just give her raw deer meat. Uh, I'm on my third lab and I got a great one this time. Awesome, dude. Yeah, Bougie is a German wire hair pointer, and she's a white and brown dog. And I do know that most dogs that are white, they do have allergy problems. I know that, but I got to do something, man. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to go get a little bit of dog food in there, cut up a cube steak, put it in there, drop an egg in it. Dude, run one bag of Select and see if it helps. Maybe mix it so she will eat it. I got to do something. Yeah, that's a good idea, Jeff. That's a good idea. Wouldn't hurt to go buy a small bag of Select and try it. But I gotta do something, man. This is really killing her. Ain't that the truth, Mark? I've had a couple of good dogs in my lifetime, and I've owned quite a few. Bougie is my very first German wire hair. I've owned labs. Um, um, I've owned labs my entire life. I mean, over 50 years of duck hunting, and all we've ever had were labs. And I wanted to try something different. And trust me when I tell you this, those of y'all that have met Bougie, y'all know how good she is. I mean, she's she's something else. She's got her own little, she's got her quirks, just like everybody else does, and like any other dog has. But she's got a personality, buddy. I'm gonna tell you, she's got a personality. Uh, and what I'm not saying something's uh KY Hunter, thank you so much for stopping in. God bless you. Y'all have a great week. Um, have a happy new year. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. And but if you get a chance to come back, come on back. We're here for a little bit. Uh, but I'm thinking about I'm seriously thinking about just she gets mad when you don't shoot anything. Yeah, she gets. You heard her whining. She's like looked up and like, why aren't y'all shooting? I've been on your channel, but dude, I just don't recognize the name, man. And I apologize for that. Um, I do apologize. I just don't recognize the name. Um, but I'm glad you're here, man. I do appreciate it. When you only have about, you're in Ohio. Okay. I was lucky enough to have a great GSP, which is a German short hair pointer, but we'll never get one better than Tighter. She had a real personality. Yeah, Bougie's got a personality about her, man. She is something else. Um, you're in Ohio. Yeah, maybe we have talked, but it's funny when you do a live stream and you only have maybe on sometimes have 15, 20 people in, you just recognize names, and I apologize, dude. I just don't. But now that you're saying you're from Ohio, I think maybe we did talk um a while back. Uh Hunting and stuff. What's up? How's the duck season going? It's going. It's going for me. Um it is going. Had a really good Louisiana trip, really good Minnesota trip, and I'm waiting to go back to Louisiana. As far as here in South Carolina, it's been up and down. I mean, you shoot a wood duck here too, but that's about it. Jeff Santa brought me a Sitka Hudson jacket. Must have been on the nice list. I wouldn't have bought it myself. Randy says my boy Ken is crazy. I sent you a hat. Okay. Dude. Listen, man, I have a hard time remembering anything nowadays. Uh, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Well, I tell you what, Ron. How about do me a favor? Get on my about page. Shoot me an email, and I'll send you one of the new stickers that I had printed out here recently. And I'll tell you what, right now, if anybody wants a new sticker, a new decal, the new ones, shoot me an email. Shoot me an email and say, hey, I want a decal, and I'll put it in the mail. I'll put them in the mail. So Talking about the 16 gauge. Okay. I still love my 16 gauge. I will tell you that let's see, I Louisiana I shot the 410. Minnesota I shot the 16. Since I've been home, I've been shooting the 28 gauge, and I'll go back to the 16 when I go back to Louisiana. I do like that little 28. I will say that I do like it. A little over and under 28, man. Little 26-inch barrels, man. It throws a good pattern, and I'm enjoying it. And it's light. I bought one when you bought one. Okay. Did you get the you got the Wings edition on that one then? I tell you, there's another guy on here, Flossin Farmer. He bought one. Um, uh, I've gone through some choke tubes with it. The ones they sent, I didn't really care for them that much, to be honest. And but I didn't shoot a lot. I was just shooting a few shells. I'm probably this season. I'm probably going to go back, and what I'm going to do is take the DS choke tubes they sent, along with the Compton choke tubes that I've got, and along with the Trulock tubes that I've got, and I'm just going to put shot down range. I'm just gonna do one massive 3 choke test and just see what I come up with. I may put it on film, I may not. I don't. Who knows? But I'm one of the things I want to do, and but we'll see what all happens there. Do I use a full choke? Not really, not really. Um, when I was, when I started with the when I started back with the 16, because I had to leave the 16 alone because of there wasn't anything it was an old Belgium gun, and it has a full choke, and it shot lead great, and I ended up I bought some bismuth, and it shoots bismuth pretty good, but I was finding out that my modified, and depending on the where what I was, let's say the if I was hunting timber, improved cylinder, modified, shot better, patterned better. If I was shooting a little bit further out, it would have been the modified on the Wicked Wings edition. But I do shoot a little bit with my Belgium. It has a standard full choke on it. But when I started shooting bismuth, and then I switched over to TSS before it got way too expensive. I was shooting cylinder with improved with cylinder and improved cylinder for TSS, and I was getting way better patterns. And now that TSS has gone sky high because of tariffs and whatnot, bismuth has gone bismuth has just gotten stupid, and I'm slowly going transitioning back to steel. I'm probably going to go back to a modified to a full choke. But I'm going to do some pattern tests with it with the steel. I'm not shooting steel through my Belgian Browning. It ain't going to happen. But the Wicked Wings, I just got to get a full choke tube, see how it runs. I'm gonna get one from Trulock, and hopefully, and see how it runs. Now, when I'm turkey hunting with the guns, then yeah, I'm shooting a full choke or a turkey tube. I saw duck shells at our sports shop, $48 a box. Yeah, I know it's actually gotten kind of silly. And now I'm not an expert on shotgun shells. I'll never claim to be an expert. And I wish Keith was here, because if Keith was here, I'd get him on and we'd do. He could break it down for you. But there has been a lot of testing and a lot of field testing, not only with certain shot shell manufacturers and choke tube manufacturers, and they are finding out that the smaller the shot, they're actually slowing it down to, right at, between 1250 and 1300 feet per second, that they're getting better patterns for decoying ducks. Now this is decoying ducks. Okay. I'm just because that's my zone. Okay. For decoying ducks, and they're finding out they're getting better. And one of the better shells and choke tubes to use would be a number 6 steel, along with a modified tube. Luckily you got 30 boxes on my shelf. Yeah, I still got a case of shells of bismuth back here. I'm still running through. Did you hear anything about that copper shot? I'm assuming you're talking about from Boss. Good or bad? The only thing is that it's not Salt Creek Custom Ammo, and I'll be all over it. Yeah. There was a post. I saw a post on it. I don't know yet, dude. I haven't tried it. You know, I will be honest with you, and not to take you away from my channel, but there's a guy out there. Oh man, what is his channel name? Hunting Hunter something. I can't think of it. I'll think of it in a little bit. But he does a lot of testing with ammo, and he does some ballistic gel testing as well. And of course, if I had the money, I would, I'd buy ballistic gel as well, and put it through put the shot through the ringer. But I really haven't heard good things, and I really haven't heard that much of bad things about it. And I just don't know of a pure copper shot. To me, it just seems like it would disintegrate in flight too easy. I don't know, dude. I don't know. And I don't want to badmouth any shot shell manufacturer or anybody, that way. I just don't know, man. I can't give you a definitive answer on it, but I do know there was a post on it a while back, and they was talking about the density of it, and how they weren't sure how it was going to hold up once it, from the muzzle to the target, and the penetration on it. I don't know. I just don't know. I got some Kent all-purpose number 3, but haven't shot it yet. Let me tell you, hey Randy. Oh, you're back. Okay. I when I was shooting steel out of my 12 gauges, number 3 was my go-to shot. That was my go-to shot. Back in the early 80s, number 4 lead was it. Yes, it was. And my favorite was number 3s. I never really cared too much for Kent, just me personally. And I had a bunch of it at one time. If I'm gonna, there's nothing wrong with Kent Steel. I mean, they're making some better stuff as the years have gone by. So yeah, it's nice. It's much denser than steel is. Okay. Back in the early 80s, number 4 lead was it. I'm gonna tell you something. My go-to back then was um I had two loads. If I was in the timber, if I was in the timber hunting, either flooded timber or hunting swamps, 7.5 Winchester Western, 7.5 high brass, excuse me, baby magnums. That was it. That was it. Number 7.5. My next one was a number 5 lead, copper plated number 5s. You could not beat them. They were perfect. I can't tell you how many ducks before the steel ban came into effect. We shot with those two loads. Let's see here. I'm hoping it's like the old Kent Fast Steel. The Kent 2.0 is trash to me. I got you. When it comes to steel, I listen. Keith is coming out with some steel shot, so he's made some for other people, and me, and I've got some as well for the smaller gauges. So I think I'll stick with him when it comes to steel. But if I couldn't, then it would probably be um, Federals, Federal Steel. I think they make a pretty good shell. Some of the Winchesters. I don't really care too much for the expert loads. And now, let me help you out here. If I was in Arkansas and hunting flooded timber every day, then there's nothing wrong with those expert shells. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. Some number 6 steel in the timber is, when you're shooting ducks 25 yards out and closer, number 6 steel. Winchester dry lock, yeah. So there's nothing wrong with it if you're hunting like that. But if you're pushing the envelope a little bit and you're hunting open water, then you're going to need something a little bit with a little more oomph to it. But still, like I said earlier, they're finding out that there's smaller shot and slowing the speeds down are producing better patterns. Better kills. I mean, there's way too many guys out there. I know Mueller has done a lot of. I mean, Mueller will tell you his choke 2 with some number 6 steel, 2 3/4, in a 12 gauge, and he's putting ducks down. That's all he ever shoots. And a lot of that has to do with getting out on the range and shooting a lot too. I mean, let's face that fact. And I'm one of those guys. I need to get back on the range and shoot. I need to get out there and shoot more skeet, more sporting clays. My eyesight, as you all can tell, I'm wearing glasses, so my eyesight's not as good as it used to be. And I need to get out there and shoot more at the sporting clays range, which is going on. So anyway, with that said, hey, New Year's is coming up. We all have our New Year resolutions. I'm going to tell you a little bit about mine, and then y'all kind of chime in on yours. My New Year's resolution, I got 3 big ones. And first of all, as I tried it last year and it worked for a while, and then some things happened and I couldn't continue it, and that was losing weight. And I know that's the proverbial, New Year's resolution is to lose weight. But yes, that's on my list. Lose weight. I need to lose weight. And I need to lose more. So that's come January 1. That's going to be going back and doing that kind of stuff. Number 2 is to pay off some of this debt that I'm in. I am really going to try my best to get a lot of things paid off. And one of the reasons why I've been holding off, and I've kind of hinted around to this a week or two ago, why I'm not putting out that many videos now is because I want to save some good videos and some good stuff for next year and the off season, and getting people to watch my stuff, and hopefully, because this YouTube, I mean, it is a side job for me. I mean, it really is. And whatever money I make off of YouTube is going straight into bills, just going straight in. So, that's number two. All right. And number three is get to the range. Get to the range a lot more than I have been. I was going maybe twice a month. I'd like to start once the season is over with, once the duck season is over with, and it starts to warm up a little bit. Because, hey, let's face the fact, in South Carolina, it doesn't start getting cold till late February, early March. So I do want to get to the range. I do want to shoot some skeet, that kind of stuff, and maybe get down there, once a week instead of once or twice a month. So, I love this, Jeff. Ducks have driven me to drink, so my resolution is to stay drunk until next duck season. I should be able to stick with that one. Yes, sir. That's funny. Oh, that is hilarious, brother. Um, so those are my top three. Lose some weight, try to get out of debt, and narrow that debt down some, and get to the range more. That's my biggest thing, and I think once these things start happening, then a lot of other things will just fall into place. I do plan on going out of state again next year. I don't know if I'm gonna make Louisiana during the teal season, but I will definitely. I'm headed west in October. Um, North Dakota, maybe South Dakota, Minnesota, maybe. Depends on how that rolls. And maybe one other trip. Maybe get on another trip somewhere. But that kind of thing. Um, who knows? Who knows how it'll roll? I mean, this it's dependent on the money, right? So getting out of debt is what's going to help me go next year. And I've got to really knuckle down on that. So I've got a lot of stuff that I've been saving, a lot of stuff that I've been holding on to, some other little tips and tricks and all this other stuff. I got a bank, right? I got a bank in my computer right now of videos that will be hitting when the season ends. Just little tips and tricks and that more conservation stuff. I've been piddling with some new recipes. Some of you, like I said, if you follow me on my Facebook, you may have seen pictures of it. But I made for Thanksgiving, I made grilled duck with a raspberry chipotle sauce. And I'm telling you, it was absolutely wonderful. After that, I made a grilled duck with a vinegar and a balsamic vinegar, balsamic vinegar and fig reduction sauce. Holy crap. Wow. Ron, thank you so much, buddy. I do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Wow. That has been a very long time since someone's done that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And like I said, shoot me an email, brother. I'm gonna send you a decal. I'm gonna send you a decal. I'm gonna send you more than that, but I'll send you a decal. It will be number one. Wow. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. Um, um, well, I know, I love doing, I love that. I love these little chats. I absolutely do love them. And I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I had a just down in the mouth here in the early part of the season. Couldn't seem like I just couldn't get it going. Things were just going on, and now I'm back, and I plan on doing this once a week now for like an hour or so, and do this kind of thing because I just love hanging out with you guys. You guys, are the reason why I'm here. I mean, it is you. It's you. I don't need tens of thousands of subscribers. I just need guys that want to that you know want to talk about the reality of duck hunting. It's tough out there. Um, I'm not in it for the pictures. I'm not in it for the fame or the glory. I just like to talk about reality of duck hunting. And you have your good days and you have your bad days and you have your days where you're hanging out with your buddies and that's all you're doing. you know, you end up getting a hamburger afterwards because you ain't got nothing to cook. But um, but I do have some recipes. That balsamic and fig reduction sauce, that was pretty good. I need to refine it a little bit. I didn't really. I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong, but that raspberry chipotle sauce, woo, boy, that thing was absolutely wonderful. And I grilled those ducks to perfection. I mean, and I did them on a Blackstone. If you really want to know the truth, I grilled them on a Blackstone. I normally, when I do grilled ducks, I put them on a charcoal grill. But I did these on a Blackstone because I was just, you know, trying to come up with something. And man, I'm telling you, about 6 minutes on each side, and I sliced them and I poured that sauce on them, and it was absolutely delicious. And I plan on doing a video on that here soon. Like I said, I don't know when it'll come out because you know I really need to save some stuff. Which this is kind of hard. It's really kind of hard in this world here is you want to put stuff out every week. You want your subscribers coming. You want new people. You want your old guys to watch your stuff all the time. But there's going to be a lull, and that lull is going to start around mid. Well, for me, it will start about mid February, and it'll run all the way to August. And unless I've got something really cool to put out, some really cool stuff to put out, I don't, I can't keep that momentum going. So I've been holding off this year on a lot of stuff, um, and was hoping to get some stuff from here. It just didn't work out. Um, but I still got January going to Louisiana, and I know I'll get some good stuff there. But where's your swan at? Oh man, that's a hurtful thing, Ron. The taxiderm, I cannot get a hold of the taxidermist. I have called, I've texted, I've emailed. I have no idea where he's at. He won't answer the phone. He was in North Carolina. He will not answer the phone. I have no idea. I have no idea. I've lost that. I just wrote it off. I lost that bird. So, um, um, that's, and I did not put in for a North Carolina tag this year, or nor did I put in for a North Carolina license because I was going out of state to a lot of other places. So, what I'm going to do is next year, um, is put in for a license. You leaving us, Jeff? If you're leaving, buddy, you take care. Happy New Year to you, sir, and come back soon, okay? And thanks for coming. Really, really do appreciate you, Jeff. So I'm hoping next year I'm gonna put in for a license. I'll put in for another Swan tag because I took a year off. It's probably gonna put me back another year, but at least I'll be back in the pool. And I got a place to go hunt them. That's not a problem. I've got the place to go hunt them. And it's just I got to get drawn for another tag, and I'm hoping to do that next year. I really am. Yeah. I, I, yeah, it really hurt. I really wanted that bird on the wall. I mean, there was the whole deal was to, you know, and I've lost that bird. And that was a trophy. It was my very first swan hunt, first swan. There was a lot of firsts there, and I really wanted that bird, but I have no idea where that guy's at. I cannot get in touch with him at all. Because trust me, if I had him, man, it'd have been all over YouTube. I'd have been I'd have been posting that thing like 15, 20 times, just different angles. Um, but I'm hoping that next year I can put in for a year tag, put in for a license, which is not a problem, but actually put in for a swan tag, and then probably the year after that is when I'll actually get drawn. Um, and see what happens. I had two mallards mounted, and my lab chewed the heads off of both. Oh no! Oh no! I got something cool coming in the mail, and I'm hoping. Hopefully, it was mailed out today. I'm hoping it was mailed out today. But I've got something on coming, and when I get it, y'all are going to be. I think y'all will be really happy when it gets here. Um, I'm $300 down the drain. Yeah, I know. My swan was $1,200, dude. $1,200 gone, gone, gone. Yep, I'm not really happy with that guy right now. But I do know a taxidermist here in town where I live. Um, that will do me right, and he's been here for a very very long time, so I don't have no worries, and I and I and I know him, so it may take me a while to get it back, but I know him, and I'll get it. One had a band on it too. Ooh. Let's see here, but yeah, I've got something coming in. I'm hoping it was mailed out today. I was hoping to get it before Christmas. I was actually going to do an unboxing for it on Christmas, but it didn't happen. That particular thing didn't come in. My swimmer decoy came in, but I didn't. This other thing did not come in. I'm hoping it was mailed out today, and it is pretty cool. Little, it's it's art. Okay, it's wall art. But hopefully y'all will get a chance to see it. You need to go outside. Hold on, guys. So we'll see what happens. I hear you, Mark. I doubt I'll ever see this guy again. He lives up in North Carolina. I don't think I'll ever see him again. If I do, it's not going to be a pretty day. You know. But anyway, what else we got going on? Let's see here. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Let's hang on one second. There was something else. Man, I listen, when I'm doing a lot of these shows that I do, a lot of times just talking off the cuff, but on occasion, oh, I'll show you this. I don't know if y'all can see it, how well y'all can see this, but there is the cutting board that my old Swamp Goose, my son, made for me. Can y'all see that okay? Now I got that Christmas. There you go. Let me know when you put in for a tag, and I'll put in for one too. Sounds like a winner, Randy. We'll go together. Let's see here. Let's talk about something for a second. What is y'all's thoughts on shooting hens? What are your thoughts on it? Hey Bentley, what's going on? Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, it is cool. I got a Christmas too. That was cool. That was a cool present. What are your thoughts on shooting hens? And it doesn't matter with the species, whether it's mallards, wood ducks, gadwall, pintails, doesn't matter. Just shooting hens. What are your thoughts on it? And do you think it's ethical? Do you think do you shoot hens? Do you do you have a problem with shooting hens? You don't have a problem with shooting hens? Why do you do it? Is it ethical? Is it not ethical? Is it what's the deal? What is y'all's thoughts on it? Now, I'll tell you mine in a second. And I'm just going to be quite honest with you. I like to shoot ducks. I like to hunt ducks. I like to shoot ducks. And yes, I am a conservationist. And I understand the thought process of not shooting hens. You don't shoot hens, they make more babies. More babies produces more ducks. In nature, or if there's in nature, and how nature figures how it figures it out is beyond my understanding. But if you shoot too many drakes, then the clutches they'll have more drakes in the clutches. At least that's what I was told many, many years ago. Now, if that's true, I don't know, but that's just what I was told. And no, I don't go out. I'm like you, Ron. I don't go out of my way to shoot hens. I have shot hens. I honestly don't have a problem with shooting hens. And the reason is when it all boils down to it, in the reality of duck hunting, the reality of duck, I'm not talking about the YouTube side or taking pictures or trying to promote with nothing but a bunch of greenheads or a bunch of drakes that you've shot. The bottom line is I'm going to eat these things. I'm going to eat them. I'm going to take them home. I'm going to clean them and I'm going to eat them. And I'm 60 years old. I'm 60 years old. And I can tell you for a fact, in the over 50 years that I've been duck hunting, I cannot tell the difference when I'm eating one, whether it's a drake or a hen. I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference when I'm eating. So for me, if I shoot a hen, it's it's part of my limit. Legally, I can shoot X amount of hens on depending on the species. I can shoot X amount of hens. I'm going to eat these things. I'm going to eat them. They're going to get eaten. They don't just sit in the freezer forever and ever. Amen. I eat these things. So for me, shooting hen is no big deal. I understand that in the YouTube world or the social media world or trying to promote waterfowl products, you want to show nothing but drakes because that's what's pretty and that's what catches the eye. But I'm gonna eat when it all boils down to it. I'm gonna eat these things. I'm gonna eat them, and I'm gonna enjoy eating them. So in my world, I don't have a problem with it. I try not to. I mean, honestly, I try not to. Um, Sometimes I can't tell, and I'm a duck hunter. Yeah, really. And Randy says, right now, I don't care. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you're from South Carolina and can I tell the difference? Listen, I was in Canada. All right. Many years ago, I went to Alberta, Canada, and I had a duck hunt. I had a 3-day duck hunt up there, and they had not plumed out. And I'm telling you right now, I shot a bunch of hens, and I could not tell the difference. Over all the years I've duck hunted on a mallard duck, I couldn't tell you if it was a drake or a hen when I shot. Couldn't tell you. I just know it was a mallard. That was it. When I was in Minnesota, we shot a bunch of pintails, and none of these pintails were plumed out. And luckily, they were all immature drakes, first year birds, but they weren't plumed out. Shot some drakes that were still dark in color. I thought they were hens. So there are times I can't tell the difference, and anybody who can sit there on a right at shooting time in a dark swamp, and Randy can attest to this, in a dark swamp, and can pick out a drake versus a hen wood duck flying Mach 500, zipping through the trees, and you got a split second to shoot them, can tell the difference. Somebody's lying, because I have never been able to do that. And all the ducks, I can tell you the wood duck, but I couldn't tell you what the sex was. I mean, it was just boom, they're there. So I personally, I personally don't have a problem with it. They give us, I mean, the feds give us that one or two, depending on what species it is. So hey, I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them because, like I said, when it all boils down to it, I'm going to eat them. I'm going to eat every last one of them. So there you go. That's me, Daddy Duck, old Matt, Daddy Duck. That's me, in my personal opinion. The last thing we're going to talk about before we call it a night is the old water swat. This has been a subject of debate in the social media world for forever and a day. But how do y'all feel about good old water swat? Some people call it a water swat. Some people call it Arkansas on them. What is your thoughts? And I said I'm going to give you mine, and I'm going to give you some history, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts. Back in the day, when here in South Carolina, when we had ducks, and I mean lots of ducks. I'm not talking about that. We had ducks, dude. People from Arkansas would come here to hunt, and we would call these ducks and I'm talking, when I say ducks, I'm talking about mallards, and we would actually get them to light. We would light them on the water, and then we would jump them up and shoot. That's how we did it. That's how it was done. If they didn't decoy in and sit on the water, we didn't shoot. That was just the way we did it. That was the way we did it, and we had a lot of fun doing that. As time went by, things kind of went downhill, and you shot them when you could. But that person sitting 100 yards from you ain't going to pass a hen up. No, he ain't either. So we would, but old water swat, I've had ducks land in the decoys, didn't see them. They came in from the side, they hit the water. The way I look at it is, whether you're calling to them and they hit the water, or whether you're just sitting there not making a sound, and you got your decoys out, you have fooled these ducks into landing, and that's got to be one of the most ethical shots you can have. Don't get me wrong, I've missed them sitting on the water. I have. I've missed them 3 times. Bam, 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 and watched them fly off. But the old water swat, yeah, you have fooled them into sitting down, or you have one swim in the decoys that off to your side you didn't see earlier and just came in. Like I said, my ultimate goal is to eat them. So any way I can get them, I'm going to get them. Ron said, my personal opinion, I'm not a fan. I'd rather give a duck a chance. Hey, I got you, brother. See, here's the thing about this question. There is no wrong answer. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. It's how you feel about it. But you got guys in here, not in here, but in social media, that's like, and I'm like, I got my duck. I got one, why, what does it matter? Right. It's the same thing about, I've done it though. Heck yeah. It's like, there's even different styles of hunting that people do, right? You have your traditional, I'm going to decoy ducks in. That's where I'm at. I'm a traditional. I want to call ducks. I want them to lock up. I want them to come into the decoys. Okay, that's what the way I love it. That's how I like it done. But would I water swat one? You dadgum right, I will. Will I jump shoot one? Most certainly. Can't tell you how many times I paddled a small creek or walked down a small creek and jump shot ducks. I'll do it. I have no problem with it. There's field hunters, there's water hunters, there's jump shooters, there's pass shooters. You go on a woody swat, 9 times out of 10, unless you're where they want to be, you are going to be pass shooting them. And yes, you can call them into the decoys. I've done it. Lots of other people have done it. But if you're going, 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen on a wood duck hunt, unless you're right there where they want to be, you're going to pass shoot them. So there's pass shooters. There's decoys, pass shooters, jump shooters, water swatters. You got a whole gamut of ways to duck hunt, and none of them are wrong, and none of them are right, all 100% right. So that's the way I look at it. I think if you can get a wood duck to lay in the decoys, I think you did what you came to do and shoot them on the water. Yes, sir. I'm the same way. I'm in that with any duck. If I got ducks that land in the decoys, I did what I was supposed to do. Either the decoys fooled them, my calling fooled, something fooled them, and I got them to land. So I'm happy either way. What else? Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying tonight. You know, I do want to tell you, don't if you got something you want to talk about, right? Don't hold back. If you got something you want to talk about, put it down in the comments. If you don't want to put it in the comments, but you want to get an opinion on something, or you want to talk more into it, shoot me an email. Shoot me an email, daddyduck365@gmail.com. It's in my about page. Shoot me an email. Ask me your question. I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm going to answer it the best way I know how. Do I have all the answers? Nope. Probably forgotten more than what I know, but we can talk about it on the next time. I tell people that's all the time. Shoot me an email. I like to hear from you. Number one, I sit in front of a computer 8 to 9 hours a day, working, and that's what I do. My job, my real job. And when I do take a break, I look at my phone and check emails. So you have a question, let me know. Okay, what else? Anybody got anything else for tonight? Give you just a few minutes. It's the end of the month for me, which is the busiest time of the month for my work. So I got to get up early in the morning and get to doing things. Had to get another computer. Now, this was a work computer, not my personal computer, but my work computer went down Christmas Eve. And I mean, I couldn't do any work whatsoever. And finally got a hold of the IT people, and they sent me a new computer, which I got late Saturday. And I had, family over here Saturday over the whole weekend, so couldn't get onto it then. And Sunday, when I normally go to work, come to find out that some of the apps that I needed were not installed, and I had to wait till this morning. And I am way behind, way behind. Plus, we had Christmas Day, so I couldn't work Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we were off, and then I'm off Friday and Saturday, and I couldn't do anything on Sunday. And for the first 2 or 3 hours today, I couldn't do anything until I got all these apps loaded up and got all the passwords and whatnot. And so I'm way behind. So that's one of the things I got to get done. Got to get on the stick and get up early and get on the stick. But guys, I listen. Number one, I do appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in tonight. I've had a great time. Ron, nice to see you again. You say you've been here before. Okay, gotcha. Nice to see you again. Appreciate you, all your comments as you come in here. Randy, the same thing. Mark and Jeff and Bentley, if Bentley's still awake. I do appreciate that. Again, Ron, thanks for the nice gift. I am going to hopefully put some stuff on a bill here when I do get that. Let's see, am I missing anybody? I'm scrolling up. Jeff was here, Mark's here, Ron's here, Randy's been here. Kentucky Hunter, I know you've gone, but I appreciate you coming in here as well if you happen to watch this later on. I think that was about it. So anyway, guys, I gotta go truck driving early, so I'm out. Take care of my Ron. Appreciate you stopping in. Thank you so much. Mark, take care of yourself. Listen, y'all have a great week. Have a happy new year. And we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365. Y'all have a great night and a great week. Good night, y'all.